Well, hey there, Kentuckiana. Good morning to you. It is 6 a.m. here on your Friday as we kick off our Memorial Day weekend. And one of Kentuckiana's signature events is back, Abbey Road on the River. We're taking a live look from Big Four Station Park as it gets ready for day 2 of the festival. Jim Stratman's been live in Jeffersonville for us this morning, so we're checking in with him in a couple of minutes. Glad you're with us, though, here on your Friday. I'm Grace McKenna. If you're heading out to the waterfront, you might want to pack a jacket, especially for the early parts of the day. Matt, it's a little bit chilly for Memorial Day, but not too bad at all, especially today and tomorrow.
You know, it still has a bit of comfort out there, especially as we head later on into this afternoon. Once we knock this chill out of the morning air, we'll be much better out there. But so far, we're at 50 degrees, which is very unseasonably cool for us for this time of the year, especially around late May. Typically, our temperatures in the morning times range in the mid-60s, but this is definitely a cool trend that we've had around for the past several days, and it's going to continue as we go into our upcoming weekend. Winds out of the west-northwest at 3 miles per hour. The rest of us starting our Friday off with those temperatures in the 40s as well. 48 near Linden, 42 for you folks there near Sellersburg, 42 near Bedford, 46 Jasper. Continuing to have that cooler trend for us this morning. Grab the jacket before you head out, but it will be warming up slightly as we head farther on into our day. The sunshine is going to be around as we go later into the afternoon hours. You'll notice completely clear skies across all of Kentuckiana this morning. We're going to continue to keep this trend around for our Friday. We've got another round of sunshine all throughout the afternoon time. That'll bring those temperatures into the lower 70s as we head later on into the afternoon. By the evening time, we'll see a few small passing clouds and then temperatures overnight dropping back down into the 50s. And we head into Saturday morning, another cooler start. We're going to have a full breakdown all about your Memorial Day weekend details coming up here in just a few short minutes. Here's a quick check of traffic this morning. You can expect all the roads to still look good out there, whether you're trying to hop on I-64, I-71. Waterson, looks like people are waking up and moving this morning. If we have any holdups, we'll let you know. Grace?
All right, waking up and moving, that's how we like to do things here on GMK. So let's keep it moving with Jim in Jeffersonville ahead of Abbey Road on the River. They actually already got started yesterday, Jim. It's always a fun one.
Waking up and moving, or waking up and grooving on this side of the river, Grace, because we're going to be listening to all sorts of music this weekend through Memorial Day for Abbey Road on the River. They've been around for so many years. It's a staple in this community, and it all kicks off around 11 o'clock. That's when the gates open. First act is going to start at 11:30, and it is set to be a fun one today. We are going to have musical acts, more than 50 musical acts through the Memorial Day weekend. We showed you one of those acts just a little bit ago. Laren Rapp, he's going to be playing today, tomorrow, Sunday, and we are going to see more than 50 live musical acts all weekend long. There's going to be plenty of food trucks. We're going to be plenty of bars out here represented as well. There's a merch tent too. A couple of notes for you, though. You cannot bring any outside alcohol into the venue. You cannot bring any big coolers as well. All those coolers need to be about lunchbox size. You can bring in a lawn chair. You can bring in a blanket, and tickets are still available on Abbey Road on the River's website, or you can get your general admission tickets when you come to the door, when you come to the gate out here at Big Four Station Park. Now, again, everything's going to get started this morning around 11 o'clock. First act goes on at 11:30, and we're going to be back to talk more about what you can see, what you can hear, and how you can celebrate that whole generation of classic rock music coming up in just a little bit here on GMK.
All right, Jim, thank you so much. There are also shuttles running all weekend from several hotels to the festival grounds. You can find those details online. We'll post the page in the links story at WHAS11.com. We do go to some new news overnight. Right now, Metro Police are investigating a reported shooting outside a food mart on Dixie Highway. You could see the police presence there about 2 hours after the call came in, which was at 2:30 in the morning from JJ Food Mart in Algonquin. We're told at least one person was shot. We're working to learn more information, and we'll keep you updated throughout GMK. Happening today, a former LMPD officer charged with stalking and tampering with public records is expected in court, looking to have his bond reduced. Police arrested Robert Cedeno last month for violating a protective order. He was indicted by a grand jury, and the judge set bond at $100,000. Earlier this week, a motion to reduce that bond was filed. A hearing in the case is set for 10 o'clock this morning. The debate over Louisville's police budget took center stage at Metro Council last night. Community members, nonprofits, and police supporters packed the room, making their cases for how taxpayer dollars should be spent. WHAS11's Clarice Shaley with photojournalist Aspen Hester have the story.
Nonprofits requested money from Louisville's metro government.
Without an investment from the larger community, this project is not sustainable.
While others,
but not one of them, wanted more police spending.
Have concerns about Louisville Police's budget.
And I urge Metro Council not to remove any money from the budget for Louisville Police.
Metro Council earlier this evening.
Can you tell me what the total number of arrests and citations are to date in FY25?
Questioning LMPD on their proposed budget.
What's up with that money? Is there a way that you all are willing to reallocate that money?
The department has an almost $255 million proposed operating budget. Mayor Craig Greenberg said the money is going to hire more officers and upgrading equipment. Still in the budget is $750,000 for an independent monitor, as the city plans to continue with the agreements of the consent decree, even after it was dropped by the Department of Justice. This change has left $375,000 to be used elsewhere in the department.
Obviously not going to be spent this year if we put out an RFP even today. I don't anticipate any other cost.
Public safety remains an important consideration for Budget Vice Chair Marcus Winkler.
We have a finite pool of money, and that's ultimately, where the Budget Committee and the Council will roll up our sleeves and make a decision on where those funds should go.
Louisvillians have their opinions.
Because $1 billion could not equip the police to do jobs they can't do.
Please let the police do their job. Bottom line, stop funding for this independent monitor.
In downtown Louisville, Clarice Shaley, WHAS 11 on your side.
Metro Council will continue discussing changes to the budget until they vote June 26. There's also a survey where you can offer input. You can find that link in this story on our homepage. Steve Lawson, one of the 3 men accused in the death of Crystal Rogers, has now been moved to the Warren County Jail ahead of his trial. Jury selection starts on Tuesday. The trial was moved from Bardstown to Bowling Green in hopes of finding a fair and impartial jury. Prosecutors allege Lawson worked with his son, Joseph Lawson, and Brooks Houck to kill Rogers and cover up the crime. Lawson is charged with conspiracy to commit murder and tampering with physical evidence. The Jefferson County Board of Education is now negotiating with its pick for superintendent. The board voted 5-2 last night to start contract talks with one of the 2 finalists. Those candidates were Ben Schuldner and Dr. Brian Yearwood. Board members Taylor Everett and Linda Duncan were the 2 no votes. Duncan said her vote reflected feedback from constituents. The finalists appeared in public forums this week, both saying they oppose efforts to end DEI initiatives or split JCPS, moves Representative Jason Nemes says are beyond their control.
Well, they don't get to decide either one of those questions. Those are questions for the legislature to decide. So if someone's talking about what they won't do going forward and they're not talking about academic achievement and discipline right now, then that's not a serious conversation. I don't have all the right answers. I know the wrong answer, and that's what we're doing.
Now, the board won't announce the next superintendent until a contract is signed. And just like that, folks in West Louisville have a new place to swim. City leaders and community members gathered to celebrate the new Algonquin Park pool yesterday. The pool closed in 2023 after falling into disrepair. The opening marks the first new pool for the West Louisville community in more than 60 years. It'll open for the first official swim of summer tomorrow at noon, along with the Fairdale and Sun Valley pools.